It's nice and early in the morning. We're back at it again to write my book. Whoa, in the previous video, I made some changes. So I had a certain idea in the summary plan, because what I do when I write is I do a short summary plan overall of what's going to happen. I do a more detailed plan, which is what I'm doing now here, and then I do the first draft. So the summary plan, I had a certain idea for a certain storyline following a couple of my characters, Dania and Louise. But in the detailed plan, I felt my creative instinct taking me in a different direction. So I followed it. That is one key thing that I allow myself to do between the different versions, from the summary plan to the detailed plan to the draft, is that if my instinct, my creative instinct, my ideas is taking me in a slightly different direction, I allow myself to go to that direction as long as it makes sense. It's a judgment call that over time I have learned whether an idea is a good idea or a bad idea. However, I don't actually know exactly the details of where it's going anymore. I know overall where it needs to get to, how these storylines need to end, but not how we're going to get there. But that's part of the process. Normally when this happens, and let's say I do something in the summary plan and I come to the detailed plan like I need to change it, it's because what I had in the summary plan is weak. Because the more detail you add to a plot line, the more you see whether it holds up and is a quality plot line or it's actually weak. Because something might sound good in one paragraph, but when you write a page on it, it doesn't sound good, and then when you write a whole chapter on it, it sounds even worse. The storyline I had for a couple of my characters looked good in the summary plan, but in the detailed plan, I felt like it needed to change. So it is changing. It just means that I need to figure out where it's going exactly, which is part of the fun. With this new plotline that's developing, I have a lot of ideas, but I'm just trying to sort it, trying to make it fit together properly. The biggest challenge for me right now is trying to manage in what order things are happening. Because everything is happening more or less at the same time, I have to carefully keep track of the days, when it's morning, nighttime, afternoon, of which day. Because one chapter may, for example, on a particular day, go from morning till evening, but then the next chapter is just about what happened midday, and then the next chapter is from morning till night. So I have to keep it in the way that I think makes sense and works for the story. It doesn't mean that everything has to be aligned perfectly. It has to be aligned in a way that serves the overall story. So that, I think, is the biggest challenge that is a constant in this type of story that I'm writing. So I'm putting a lot of effort into thinking about how I structure it in that way, in terms of timing. I've done a good amount today. Wow, this is going great. Really, it's almost done. The detailed plan is almost finished. We're coming up to the climax. Things are building. Tension is rising. I think possibly tomorrow, if not tomorrow, the day after, I'm going to be able to finish this detailed plan and then get to writing the first draft. This is going great. It's such good timing. I mean, this is what, day 24, I believe, and I've planned it all, almost. So by the day 25, 26, the plan will be done. Then we'll be on to writing the draft. I'm making good progress. AA, what's now?